Good morning. I just left my campsite probably about 20-30 minutes ago. There was a lot of wildlife activity. I think the first visit, one of them was definitely a bear, just because I can hear the way they breathe, kind of like they breathe pretty heavily. And then the other ones were probably like deer, very curious deer, things like that. But didn't sleep well, but it's all right. I did sleep by a creek, which I usually tend to sleep by water so I don't dry camp, because I use so much water in the morning and at night. But for some reason, this one was kind of a little bit more loud. I usually don't hear them, but they were interested in my tent. And so, it's a cloudy day, which I'm not surprised, because if you remember when I came into Colorado, it was raining. So hopefully I can make it out of Colorado today, at a very minimum to the border, or just a couple of miles before, but I really do want to make it. Yesterday I did 24.4 miles, and I have 24.6 to the border today. So depending on the rain, how much it stops me. I left a little bit later too today, like 40 minutes. But we'll see how that goes. What else? Yeah, it was pretty quiet last night. Quiet as in like no other hikers, but I camped at a really nice car spot. So on the weekends they say it's pretty packed. And so now I'm gonna go through this campsite where I can throw my trash away, and there's another preview, so that'll be nice. And then I'll be on my way to the north. But here's the view of the other side of the camp, which is equally as pretty. I'm up here for sure, but I'm assuming I'm gonna have to come down into the campsite. But see you later. Okay, so I am downhill. I already stopped for lunch. Today has been just almost kind of like yesterday, a lot of like small up and downs and things like that. So nothing too big, but an up is an up, I'm still not in the shape where I'm like, oh, I can go an up, a small uphill and not feel it. And so I feel them, so I take my time. And then downhill, it's kind of like this, a little bumpy, a little rocky. So also take my time, but I got about 10 miles to the border still. It's a little bit after 2 p.m. So I'll probably make it like later, like at 8, which is usually later than what I like to hike. But hey, making it is making it, right? And yeah, I've already determined. I'm like, I don't care if it's midnight, I will make it to the border tonight. So the guy that's hiking the CDT as well, northbound, turns out he, when it was snowing in Colorado, the first part where it was really, really snowy, really, really icy, he got off trail and came up here and did the really flat part of Wyoming. So right now he's gonna finish this part, head up to Rollins, because I think like halfway up to Rollins, and then hitch, because he's already done that other half, and then just do the rest of Wyoming. So he's kind of just closing up Colorado, and then gonna close up Wyoming, and then like the bottom part that he didn't do, and then head up north. So that's pretty nice. But it was nice catching up with him during lunchtime. He's eating 4,000 calories a day, which is insane to me because he is carrying a lot of food, but he has to, you know. He's really, really skinny. He's a skinny dude, but yeah, that's the latest for today. I really hope the clouds stay, but it doesn't rain because it was really warm earlier, but it slowed me down a little bit because it gets too warm. But all right, see you later. There is trail magic. This is such a bare place. And I come up to this, so I'm gonna enjoy it. But we're close to Wyoming. Woohoo! Okay, so I am officially in Wyoming. I just crossed the border. It was really nice. I am probably gonna go another 0.2 away. I'm just looking for some campsites. I don't want to camp really close to the border just because there seem to be a lot of mosquitoes around there. So I'm gonna come 0.4 away from it, but I have pictures that I'll post. There was no trail magic on this border, but it was the nicest decorated one for sure. You know, I remember Colorado. It was, they had beers for us, so that was nice. But, and I forgot to carry my beer. I was going to carry a beer for, you know, to celebrate, but, you know, that's fine. I had a Dr. Pepper earlier, which is also equally delicious. I thought I was never going to make it to Colorado if I had to Wyoming, if I am honest with you. I always thought, I was like, oh, it's so far away. But now I'm here. It's about 503 miles. The state is, which is 200 less than Colorado. And it should have less elevation gain. But I also hear that it is like one of the most, it has like one of the most beautiful scenes once you get up north of Wyoming. So looking forward to that. And then looking forward to some flat walking, you know, not having to gain elevation. So that'll be nice.